Royston was recorded in the Domesday Book as Rawstone, meaning Raw's settlement. It was recorded with 5 households, and the land belonged to Ilbert of Lacey. For the most part of its life, Royston was agricultural, that is, until industry came here. One of the main industries in Royston was coal mining. Monckton Colliery was sunk in 1874 on land owned by George Monckton Arundel, 7th Count Galway, which is how it got the name Monckton. Monckton comes from Old English meaning monk's farm or settlement. The 7th Count Galway cut the first sod for shaft number 1. This family also owned land, including Selby Hall in Nottinghamshire. It was owned by Monckton Main Company from 1875 until 1900. It was then owned by New Monckton Collieries Limited from 1901 until 1943, and then New Monckton Colliery until it was nationalised in 1947. Charles Gelder was the first man to die in the pit. He was 33 years old and died in a dynamite explosion on the surface on the 5th of April 1876, and it blew him apart. The youngest was a 13-year-old boy called Frank Child, who was crushed to death between the pulley of the slack grinding machine and the wall on the 13th of March 1894. The oldest man to die in the pit was 77-year-old Robert Gillam, who died on the 5th of April 1933 in a fall. In total, it's believed around 138 people died at Monckton Colliery before it closed in 1966, and it was closed owing to be economically unsustainable. There was also the Monckton Coke Works. The Monckton Coke Works exported high quality coking coal. Now, coking coal was a type of coal that could be made into coke, which was necessary for steel making blast furnaces. Monckton Coke Works opened in 1884 and exported this high quality coking coal globally, even to places such as South Africa, which were already quite rich in coal. It produced around 200,000 tonnes of coke per year. It was closed in 2014 owing to cheaper coke imports from the east. Monckton Coke Works was the last independent coke works ever in the UK. There was also Royston Drift Mine, which was operational from 1975 until 1989. A drift mine was a type of mine that was accessible via a simple tunnel. This 64-hectare site where we are right now is Rabbit Ings Country Park, which was once the colliery yard and spoil tip of Monckton Colliery and Royston Drift. Opened in 2011, it gets its name from a rabbit carved into the hillside, which was made by local school children, and Ings is Old English for water meadows or marshes.